vegetation, which are further compounded by climate change impacts. A key focus of flooding at Footscray Park. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Stephen. Good morning, everyone. I think I won't introduce myself and go into that, given that I got only 10 minutes and there's a bit of ground to cover in the 10 minutes. And the topic is the way we can use integrated urban water management to develop, resilience to climate change, greening, and so on. And as John said, when we talk about integrated urban water management, we are looking at different aspects of water in the water cycle. We are looking at wastewater, we are looking at stormwater, and so on. And gone are the days, when we used to look at wastewater or stormwater as something which we need to get rid of. And I was in a meeting last week, and somebody in that meeting, the gentleman is here, like he was telling that the term wastewater should not be used anymore, and we should rather use, instead of wastewater, resource water, because wastewater is not a waste anymore, and that should be renamed, and I fully agree with him. Okay, now what I'm going to talk about is, in fact, based on with help from our students, the final year project students. We had some projects looking at the potential of stormwater harvesting from our campuses. And in fact, good work has been done on stormwater harvesting from the Footscray Park campus, which is this one. We also have done some work on the Sunshine campus, but today I'm going to focus on the Footscray Park campus. And the key drivers, I think I won't spend time here. Good two presentations, Lee and John. They have talked about the drivers, so I don't think we need any introduction to that. Now, when we talk about livability, now Billy presented the 11 Ds. Usually we talk about, just greening of water, but then there's much more to that. But there's a slide which I put here, which is a report which was developed by the Water Services Association of Australia, WASA, which has a very good title. It talks about blue plus green is equal to livability. And that's very interesting because blue and green are very critical aspects of developing livability in an urban city. There are more to this, as we saw in Billy's talk, but blue and green are critical. Because each of these are dependent on each other. If we want more green, we need blue, because we need water. When we say blue, it's water. And if we have water, we are going to have green. And so they are both interlinked and dependent on each other. And I'm directly going to go to the Footscray Park campus and looking at the potential of stormwater harvesting at the campus. Now that's the campus. And we are in one of the buildings there, right there on the right-hand side. This analysis, so we got the area and then the runoff coefficients and so on. That's technical, I'm not going into that. Okay. With regards to resilience, I think there's another aspect which is very important, is that of education. And education in terms of water conservation and water reuse and so on. Now, if you look at that, when we had the Millennium Drought, Melbourne was great. We had so many initiatives, Target 155, and 6-star rated appliances and so on. But with time, what you see is we are tending to kind of, forget all those things. And as Stephen was telling just now that there's a prediction of a El Nino here, and droughts just around the corner. I mean, we really cannot, relax and sit back and say, yes, we had a drought about 15 years back and it's not going to come back again. That's not going to happen. Australia is a land of droughts and floods. And we get these every, 20, 30 years. And therefore, I think we should not be lax. And this aspect of educating is also, I think, very important. Okay, I will just add to that too. I think greening, and I'll talk about greening instead of the blue infrastructure. Now, we did a bit of study on green roofs, which is continuing actually, and I'll just give you a bit of statistics. The city of Melbourne, about 10 years back, had about 40 to 50 green roofs on top of the buildings. In 10 years' time, that number has doubled. They have more than 100 green roofs now, and I believe the number is going to increase. And which is good in the sense that investment on greening has been done in the city. But if you compare that number with cities, for example, in the US or Canada or Europe, they are much ahead of us in terms of greening. So although Melbourne has done well, we are one of the livable cities in the world, wonderful, but there's much more which can be done. And yes, the communities do value it.